welcome to our Connecting with Community Awards special. We're celebrating 10 years now of Connecting with Community Awards, which was created through our own collaborative efforts with our community partners, Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, Art Van Furniture, Grand Rapids Community Foundation, Mercantile Bank, and the Grand Rapids Symphony. We wanted to find out how other partnerships in West Michigan work together to solve problems and address community needs. So we asked you, our viewers, how are you connecting with community? We received many nominations, and 8 finalists were selected with some amazing accomplishments. We also have our Community Choice Award, and tonight we'll reveal both winners of our Connecting with Community Awards. Our first Connecting with Community Award finalist combines home away from home with mental health training. These 2 organizations have the opportunity to learn from each other through a series of lunch and learns. The collaboration that the Ronald McDonald House has with the mental health community is unique across the country.
We provide everything that you and I would need in our own homes. 3 meals a day, a private room with private bath, transportation, everything that you might worry about at home, but we try to take care of all that stuff so that you can focus solely on your ill child. We actually have 9 referral partners in Grand Rapids. We're one of a handful of Ronald McDonald houses that serve the families of mental health patients.
The lunch and learn sessions at the Ronald McDonald House help to bring mental health professionals together in a collaborative learning experience.
So some of the folks that are here are clinicians, but it's good because the folks that come to learn the action plan, to learn about Ronald McDonald House, to learn about the NICE, they can utilize the tool too. Anywhere we can collaborate and do presentations, but this has been ideal because for us, we have learned so much more about just such a great place here in Grand Rapids.
Kara from Genesee County is here with her daughter Mystical, undergoing mental health treatment.
She was in a situation that had something to do with sexual conduct and ended up in a rape situation, which put her over the edge. And if it wasn't for the Ronald McDonald House here, I wouldn't be able to be here. It's an hour-and-a-half drive. She only gets visitation 1 hour 4 times a week. I wouldn't have been able to be an active part, and that is very important in the healing of somebody with a mental illness.
You know, and it's so essential to treatment, and that is for any physical or mental illness, that you have family nearby, because they are part of the plan later. They're part of the recovery. And so this is a huge connection for us to come in, branch out and bring more community members here to listen to the message of Be Nice, but then also to see this amazing place.
And her alone knowing that I'm here for her and can be there in 2 seconds instead of an hour and a half helps her tremendously. Knowing that somebody cares. It's homey. That's what I think of it when I'm here, is home. My home away from home.
Our next Connecting with Community Award finalist is dealing with a national issue at a local level and brings together an immigrant community towards U.S. citizenship.
Maybe you came as a refugee and you need to figure out how to get a green card. You know, English isn't your first language. You've never conformed to the way that our government paperwork works. We get to help people figure it out and get it done. Even though we're a law office, we can only work within the laws that are existing. You know, we can't make something happen for someone that's not available. We help people who are low income find out what benefits they're eligible for, and then figure out how to apply, how to fill out the paperwork, how to provide the right evidence to the government.
Immigrant Connection partners nationally with Wesleyan Church as well as City Life Church in Grand Rapids.
Anytime you're a newcomer anywhere, you have a sense of vulnerability that someone who has been part of the community a long time doesn't have. Their grit, their perseverance is a great example to our children and to the rest of the community. We think that they have a perspective that people who've lived here a long time don't have, and so they're able to make the fabric of our community stronger.
Weekly citizenship classes are held to prepare the students for their final test in becoming a U.S. citizen.
This is a really important class, especially these days when things are changing, and this group of people does a great job in helping the community.
It's really neat to be able to share this not only for people who are looking for low-cost immigration legal services, but just to get the opportunity to share with all of the accomplishments of the people.
In doing that, it's us who receive the blessing in that interaction. It's a way of being true to who we are, and a way of I think that we receive the most out of that interaction.
I love this country. And really, I become part of this country a long time ago. I just want to be recognized. Even though I wasn't born here, this country is giving me so much that I love it.
Having a paying job can help set you up for independence. This award finalist tackles this with students with disabilities to help them succeed.
Well, the ACE program is really a collaborative effort where we wanted to help students who were working real hard on their academics, working towards their high school diplomas, and yet they did not have the opportunities to have work experience, have support in finding those jobs.
Partners include 7 school districts, Goodwill Industries, Disability Advocates, and Michigan Rehabilitation Services.
Some of the students that I see have some physical limitations, learning disabilities, emotional disabilities, depression, anxiety, autism, and this helps get the students prepared for when they enter their senior year. So they're that much farther ahead to then take these skills a step further and build upon them. And so the ultimate goal is to achieve competitive employment.
Students from the ACE program find jobs at local businesses like Meyer.
If there's some special needs that they have, things that they need to work on, we'll do one-on-ones with them. And we find by taking our time and working with them, they become great employees.
Students like Zach and Anna are just some of the students who have benefited from the ACE project.
With the help of my caseworker, I was able to get this job, and I've been working here since last April.
Working with the ACE program, it opened my eyes and opened my mind to being more confident in what I do. Before, I wasn't sure if I would be able to do that, and then that really threw me like, yeah, I can do this. I can definitely do something like this.
This means a lot to the kids to have that success, to have those experiences. At first, they might be a little hesitant. They start feeling the success, and they find the things that they like, or they find the things that are difficult, and we can jump in and help them through those roadblocks.
Pretty much I want to help people see things in themselves that they don't typically see, they won't allow themselves to see. I want to motivate people to do better and be better.
When we come back, we'll learn about a partnership that helps single moms, an app created to help people seeking support for dementia, and volunteers that help people with disabilities the freedom to go in and out of their homes.
At Mercantile Bank, we are proud to be a longtime supporter of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Grand Rapids Youth Commonwealth.
It is so important to have community partners like Mercantile come together. We want to create equal opportunities for all of our kids who come in. That is the foundation that Boys and Girls Clubs have built themselves on.
Partnering with organizations that create positive experiences for our youth is an investment in our future. Mercantile Bank, lending a hand and connecting with community.
At Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, we were built on our strength of primary care. That's where it all started. Now we're looking at a whole new realm of possibility, and those possibilities really became reality when we forged our relationship with the University of Michigan. That has started with a number of subspecialty clinics. You will see Metro continue to grow and focus in those areas that are so important to West Michigan as the future comes. Metro Health, the University of Michigan Health, always connecting with community in the past, in the present, and in the future.
At the Grand Rapids Symphony, we strive to share great music that moves the human soul for all to enjoy.
The Symphony Scorecard is put in place to provide people who are on some sort of assistance a chance to receive 4 tickets to many of the concerts.
And I signed up for everything.
My granddaughter just sat there on the edge of the seat, just amazed.
It just shows that the community has a lot of respect for us.
Removing barriers, enriching lives, and connecting with community.
I'm not a homeless person.
I'm a person experiencing a housing crisis.
I'm a father.
I'm a mother.
I'm a veteran.
I'm a wife.
I'm a son.
A sister. I'm not someone who needs to be fixed.
I'm strong.
Proud.
Talented.
Smart.
Resilient.
Powerful. Determined.
What ended my homelessness is
housing.
My housing.
My housing.
Community Rebuilders is committed to ending and preventing homelessness.
Welcome back to the Connecting with Community Awards special. Our next finalist is a partnership between 3 organizations. Their goal, to help single moms.
I saw a lot of families falling through the cracks, and I had a profound moment when I handed a family a box of items thinking I was helping, and the young mom and child said, "We're going to sleep in the car tonight."
To have to experience that with your children and not knowing, if you're going to be safe through the night. People don't know how real that is, and it happens every day. And to hear my children say, "Mom, where are we going to go? But why do we have to sleep in the car?" I just didn't know what I was going to do.
This partnership includes resources from Love Inc.
We're an organization whose primary mission and heart is to partner with the local church, to resource, provide expertise and education to the local church so the church can do the work of connecting and partnering with under-resourced individuals.
Temporary housing at Deborah House.
Tears running down her face, because to have your own bed when you've been homeless means everything. For your child to have a toddler bed when they've been sleeping on mommy's lap in a car, it means everything.
Educational workshops and a food pantry hosted at Fellowship CRC.
See the relief that these mothers know their kids are taken care of and they're having a good time. And, we've gotten to know them over the last couple months and just build relationships with both the mother and the kid.
One life, one connection, one relationship, because we believe the ripples that come out from that can have generational impact.
And I'm just grateful for getting us out of that situation, making sure that every step of the way, every day that we were in the Deborah House, our needs were met.
And so to be nominated for this says that, yes, what you're doing is changing lives and making impact, and you're doing it as a community. You're doing it together.
When you or a loved one is suffering from dementia, it's difficult to know where to get help. This next award finalist has offered a unique solution that can be found on your phone.
So dementia is essentially describing a set of symptoms. So that includes memory loss, differences in judgment, some personality changes. So any sort of cognitive changes can be described as dementia. And different diseases or conditions cause that dementia.
Sharon Coates was the caregiver for her late husband as he struggled with dementia.
But it was, where do you find all the information you need? I would not be here today because I didn't know what to do next.
This is too big. No one organization can tackle dementia and the needs for dementia care.
It's a collective impact, so to speak, of a number of organizations. Holland Home, Clark, all have a vested interest in what is happening with older adults.
Partners include other retirement communities, health systems, and behavioral health and social services providers.
The number one complaint that we hear is people don't know where to go for help. So we thought, what can we do to address that problem? We created this interactive website, and we decided, hey, turn it into a smartphone app as well, so that folks can just have it right there on their phone. Any question that they have, they can just type it in and look up whatever services that they want.
People can only process so much. Sometimes it's one piece at a time.
People feel very isolated and alone. And so the key is how to bring them resources so that they can live a quality life.
Kudos to Rethinking Dementia for bringing this to the table for people to have.
There are options and there is hope, and this is something that we need to pay attention to and not just take for granted. We hope that by being nominated for this award that we're able to really just reach the people that need us.
This next award finalist brings together an army of volunteers, creating easier access for people with disabilities to get in and out of their home.
We all know somebody who is in a wheelchair, uses a walker, senior citizen, and we need to help them.
Community Community Repair Days is a partnership between Home Repair Services, Disability Advocates, the Home Builders Association, and numerous builders and countless volunteers.
So Home Repair Services builds approximately 30 to 40 ramps a year. In a good year, about half of those come from Community Repair Days and the volunteers from the HBA and this partnership. In our 26 full years of doing this, well over 500 ramps.
Ramps are built for families in need like Renee and her son Jesse, who has muscular dystrophy.
He was stuck in the house for, it was almost a month. He couldn't go to school, because I had no way to get him up and down. They did it in one day. It was so crazy. There was 10 or 12 people helping and just knocked it out. It was nice. It was so nice.
This was probably one of the more impactful ones that I had done. And Jesse was inside, and he was so excited to be able to come and for the first time be able to freely come in and out of his house. And I can only imagine being stuck at the door and never being able to leave.
Another ramp was built for Mary, a senior, who would be homebound without it.
I didn't feel safe without that ramp, and it was becoming increasingly more difficult for me to access.
To me, it's all about freedom. People who maybe haven't been able to get out of their house in years can finally go outside.
It just means a complete new life, really, for me.
After the break, we'll tell you about a partnership with Youth and Police, a mentorship program at risk students involving a steel company. And then we'll announce the winner of this year's Connecting with Community Awards.
I'm Diane Charles. Every year, 500 children in the state of Michigan lose their hair due to cancer, alopecia, and other disorders. Working with organizations such as Helen DeVos, Weeks for Kids of Michigan helps these children by providing new hair, new hope, and most importantly, a chance to be themselves. Art Van Furniture, a proud sponsor of Weeks for Kids. How are you connecting with community?
Endowment and plan giving are words and phrases that are not often understood. All it simply means is how do you wish your life to be known and the legacy you wish to leave. People don't have to be a millionaire to give generously to their community. The time that you spend and the volunteer efforts, just really caring about the many, many issues and programs in our community. Grand Rapids Community Foundation, connecting with community.
Welcome back. This next award finalist partners the police department and students. It's all about creating better relationships where they both learn from each other. Pathways to Policing began with discussions between the Grand Rapids Police Department and the Boys and Girls Club with the purpose of better relations in the community for the police and young people.
And we had the ability to talk with our kids to better understand what they thought of our police officers. And I'll be honest with you, it wasn't good. And through this program, it has truly enlightened not only the kids that are taking the program, but also our police officers.
It's been unbelievable. We, just from where some of the kids have started and just how they look at us during this 12-week program has been amazing. I mean, we have some of them who came in, they didn't want anything to do with the police.
Before this program, I didn't like policemen at all. I was probably one of the worst people towards policemen.
What do our kids feel when a police officer is in the same room? What do our kids feel when a police car is riding down their street? What do they feel when they're knocking at their door or their neighbor's doors?
Like I said, it's easy to think about the negative, but we have so many things in common.
They get to see where we're coming from, and we get to see where they're coming from. And together, I mean, it's doing wonderful things.
This 12-week program includes police training exercises, life skills, and career preparation.
And this program really helped me understand how it feels to be a police officer, walk in their shoes.
I've actually gotten to understand more what they do, why they do things. It's very eye-opening. You get to learn more about yourself and more about the community.
By breaking it down with these kids, hopefully the trickle-down effect is these kids tell their parents and whoever else listens and friends, hopefully bring us closer together, start that dialogue, and we can understand each other.
You know, it's respect. You know, I respect you. We respect you, and we respect each other, and if we come together, you know, there's nothing that we can't do.
Our last Connecting with Community Award finalist has a unique mentorship program. It partners high school students at a steel company with some amazing results for both.
This program, Youth in Business, it was an opportunity for mill steelers to give back to their community, to meet with somebody who is in high school, dealing with the pressures of high school, possibly at risk, or just somebody who needs some support.
We take a group of East Kentwood High School students and we bus them here to Mill Steel. They actually let their employees come up and interrupt their workday 10 times throughout the school year to meet one-on-one with each of the students.
So Mill Steel is a national steel service center. We're one of the largest in the country. We've had a relationship with D.A. Blodgett St. John's for over 30 years.
They pitched the idea of bringing the kids in here and having sort of a mentorship program where people from Mill Steel, our associates, come alongside the kids and really teach them what it's like to be in a workplace setting, come into our office and see what we do on a daily basis, what sort of skills they're going to need.
You know, we've gone through finances, and we've gone through how do you get a job, and looking at resumes, and, you know, and we've done some healthy relationships.
The mentors here are very nice. They'll try, they'll give you a mentor, and that mentor will be like your sister, and so and also like a coach.
This group of mentors that have really stepped up to the plate and kind of risen to the occasion to be able to meet with these students and teach them these really basic but really important skills.
I learn new things each day, so now I know how to write out a check and stuff.
They have this sense of direction now that they didn't have really when we started this program, and so to see that hope and to have that inspiration kind of be radiating through them, they're so excited, and this is a really unique and special opportunity that I feel honored to be a part of.
And I think that our people here and our associates really get a great feel for our community and just feel good about what they're doing for the community and educating these students on day-to-day tasks.
To allow me to walk away from what I'm doing on my daily, task list for the company and involve myself in something outside of this company right here in the company, it's just such a gift that we've been given.
You'll feel more comfortable each time that you come here. At first, when I came here, I was very scared. I used to sit at the back, and now I'm over here at the front and always shouting out answers, and it's crazy.
And now we get to announce this year's winner of the Connecting with Community Awards. Our community partners viewed each of these 8 incredible Connecting with Community Award finalists and selected the winner based on their collaborative effort, community outreach, uniqueness, and overall impact. The public also had a chance to weigh in with the Community Choice Award. This year's Connecting with Community Awards were held at the Grand Rapids Art Museum, where all the finalists gathered to celebrate. Congratulations to this year's Connecting with Community Award winners, Rethinking Dementia, Accelerating Change.
We're just so thrilled that the work that we've done with our website and app, helping connect people to those resources, is being validated in this way and recognized, and we're so excited about the opportunity that this is providing.
Grand Rapids, West Michigan is a wonderful place to live and raise a family. Although, of course, there's a lot of work to be done, but we can't do it by ourselves, and it's only by developing partnerships is how we get the job done.
It was a real privilege just to be part of seeing and hearing about these organizations in town that are doing such amazing work.
I loved how there were so many young people. It was the young person that came up with the app. It was the young person that did the immigrant program. It was the young person with the police. I just loved that this is the next generation, and they're taking this community forward.
It speaks to the wonderful community that we live in. People that give.
What I loved about all of these projects and programs is the fact that this shows us how we can really address key issues issues in our community. Because of this program, we get to show everybody what's going on in this community and how we're making a difference. And that's the real impact.
We can only do so much as individual companies, individual organizations, but we have to bring people together and form new partnerships with not only ourselves on this Connecting with Community group, but also throughout the community.
I just have to say heartiest congratulations to our finalists, but thank you all for really coming together, working on real issues in this community. You're all to be commended.
With all of the businesses and all of the community partners and all of the nonprofit organizations here, this is truly an example of connecting with community.
It's inspiring to see so many great partnerships in our community working together to address needs. You can see all of these stories again at woodtv.com. And help us discover more great partnerships for next year, right here on Wood TV 8. Thank you for joining us. How are you connecting with community?